Yeah, sure. Let's close this out with let's say hypothetically you decide to do a whole ecosystem switch. Your ecosystem of choice is no longer loving you the way that they previously did, or you're no longer loving them the way that you previously did, and you've decided to switch up ecosystems. What factors are you going to take most into account in changing ecosystems? And when you make the change, can you change ecosystems and still keep your partners? Now, this wasn't much of an issue for me when I adopted going after Chase cards. I had Wells Fargo cards that only earned cash back. Wells Fargo hadn't added transfer partners yet, so I could just go and add whatever cards I wanted to jump into the points of mile side of things. But there are more established folks on this panel who started with, say, American Express, or started with Chase, or started specifically with one particular partner. Um, Lonnie, if you were to make a wholesale ecosystem switch, this question kind of geared toward you because you might be making some changes later this year or next year. What factors are going to go into it?
I won't say make an ecosystem change that would affect everything because I would
Okay.
just get rid of the ecosystems and go direct, which is completely 180 against everything I brought up earlier in this episode. I know. So do not come at me in the comments. But also, later this year hasn't happened yet. So
Yeah.
fudge you. Anyway,
Dang, Lonnie.
you can't judge me on what ain't happened yet. You can't judge me on October yet.
We're not going to. We're not here to.
Anyway, um, but to entertain your question, I would have to switch to a Capital One or City ecosystem or something of that nature because I already am heavily in Chase Amex and Bilt. So I'm not going to use those. Now, I wouldn't necessarily, I would choose an ecosystem that could. So the second part of your question was, can I keep my partners? And in most cases, airline partner, no, because United's only with Chase and Bilt. So if I were to lose, the three that I'm already in, I automatically lose United. So I would have to switch airlines, and I would probably go with Delta. And I'm not even sure if City or Capital One can get to Delta, but no matter what travel portal or ecosystem you're in, you can book basically with anyone. I would most likely change my partners to my airline to Delta because I think that's the one that's most closely related to United, even though it goes heavily out of my way wherever I'm trying to go. I got to connect through Atlanta. Even if you're flying west, you got to connect through Atlanta.
Fly all the way around the world, land at Hartsfield Jackson, and then still go.
You know what? Everyone, go look up like Peoria, Illinois to Los Angeles on Delta, or like Bloomington, Illinois on Delta to Los Angeles, and tell me that it doesn't try to connect you through Atlanta.
Oh, it
That's what
will.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You go from Central Time Zone to Eastern Time Zone, then to Western Time Zone. It kicks rocks. It literally compounds sand. Anyway, can I make the switch and keep my partners? The first thing is no. The other aspect of it is that type of switch. So the partners in which, like, so people has asking me before, like Capital One, how come I don't really want a Capital One card? Because like from a transfer partner standpoint, I'm not gaining nothing, and then even from a card ecosystem standpoint, I'm not gaining anything that I don't already have than the ecosystems that I have. So yeah, I gotta bow out on this or bow to you on this one, Matt, because there's absolutely no way that I could make it work other than just get rid of all ecosystems and just go direct. Like I'm just gonna keep my United card and I'm gonna get whatever hotel card works for me. As of right now, I got three. Will I keep all three? Maybe. We'll see. It's expensive, but maybe we'll see. Um, I just gotta go direct. There's no way I could get rid of a card ecosystem and make a switch that could work for me. So I have to say that you won this one and drop my sword.
Fair. I was not expecting a surrender or anything like that. That's fair. Um,
Bishop takes rook, man. Bishop takes rook.
all right. That's a painful exchange. RJ, Your thoughts here?
I would have to pick new partners. Like I'd have to go to Chase and just go all in with IHG and United. Like, I I am the most locked in to my ecosystem of anybody who has ever been on this podcast ever,
Thank you.
Matt.
I
Ever.
resonate with this. I approve this statement, Matt.
Like, no, I wouldn't. I like if I hated Amex, I would just get rid of the Platinum, the Blue Business Plus, and just rock the co-brands and suck it up. Like now if you make the question bank cards only, that is more interesting to me. Because I
Sure.
think co-brands are different because yes, my co-brands say Amex on them, and yes, Amex administers them and has the app for them and whatever. But ultimately, like the quote loyalty is to Hilton or IHG or Delta, right? That is ultimately if Wells Fargo had Delta, right? In a bizarro world where the other pony got Delta, it wouldn't make me like I would just be in the Wells Fargo app. Like it's not assuming the card didn't magically the card doesn't change anything. Like all the partners, all the credits are the same. Like it doesn't change the card for me. Like it's just I switch apps when I log in. So if I put co-brands off to the side and I talk only about bank cards, it's difficult in the sense of the platinum is a rare card in the space that it has a superpower that nobody has been able to recreate of it being incredibly cost effective for me personally and also giving me 5x on flights in a way that I can transfer to the two partners I am locked into them with. Right? So like, the reason I have the platinum is because I am also partnered with Hilton and Delta. If I was partnered with Hilton and Delta and didn't have the platinum, it wouldn't change Hilton and Delta. It would change like the fact I just wouldn't have those Amex points. So I would honestly probably not replace the platinum with the CSR or the Venture X or anything else because the platinum is there for a very specific reason. Every time I book a flight, I book it with my platinum instead of the Delta Reserve because I want those extra 2 miles that could become 10 Hilton points. So it would be difficult for me to one replace. Now, for the Blue Business Plus, it's just going to become a 2x card. Like, I'll find a good 2x card. Um, but I think Lonnie and I are the exact wrong people to ask this question to because Lonnie
Drop
and
his
I
sword. Just drop
Lonnie
his
and I
sword.
know Lonnie and I know that we're locked in. Like we're under no illusion. And I don't I'm gonna somewhat speak for you, Lonnie. I don't know if I would want to be a free agent. Like I like having my partners. I like knowing, like I know the Hilton, IHG, and Delta ecosystems. I know how the cards work. I know my experiences when I use their services. I know all of that. I do not want to have to like deal with other crap. I just don't. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna check 17 airlines for this flight. I have to deal with American for a single flight. And I'm already annoyed at their website and app because it doesn't work like Delta. Like, you want me to do this regularly? No. Thank you. No. Like, I am not I am the most monogamous person on this podcast when it comes to partners. I'm not talking about y'all's personal life. I'm talking about travel partners specifically. I just know. I'm sorry. No. Like I have a American Airlines card because I was trying to prove a point to Matt, and that is the only reason I will ever have another card from another airline company. No. Touch my partners, I'm gonna get a frying pan and smack you in the forehead. No. Like, if the platinum refresh goes badly and I get rid of the platinum, I will be fine. Like, I will suffer with a bad Delta card as long as I can stay in Delta. Like, I will because I don't want to switch partners. Like, it is too fundamental to everything I have in travel. Now, if they're truly abhorrent and Delta completely screws the program, like, I'm screwed. Like, because going to United, I am not under 524 until April 1st of 2027. Do you know how long that is in travel years? Like, I would be hurting. So, to answer your question, Matt, I would have to pick different partners, and I would probably just say, and if you're listening with little children in the car, please mute me for a moment. I would probably just say fuck it. Like, if it is to that extent where I cannot keep my partners and I have to wholesale switch ecosystems at where I am right now, I would say fuck it. Take the like Apple card. Like, I for several years only used the Apple card. Only used my Apple card, and that was it. I would go back to that before I would switch partners. No, Matt. The answer is no.
Bad, Matt. Bad.
Well, now I got the title for the episode.
And also, travel years are measured in parsecs. Just pulling that one from last week. But anyway.
No, they are not.
But Matt, like, for you to answer this question, it actually has an answer. For Lonnie and I to answer this question, United or Delta would have to go out of business.
Like, my entire travel strategy started with my partners, and then I found ecosystems, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So that's why I would just have to get rid of the ecosystems and go back to what worked before I ever got my Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which was my first
Get the
ecosystem
Priceline card and like just go handle Priceline or something.
But it's like, switch ecosystems. Now I'll just get rid of ecosystems. I'll just go direct. We'll go straight to the source. I can't switch at this point. It's too late.
They have us by the throat at the like, they do, but we know it. That's the important thing. We know what we're about.
Yeah, going to RJ's monogamy there, like, United could cheat on me and I would still be like, you know what? I still love you though. Like, let's make it work.
If they go to a Coldplay concert, though, there might be some problems.
Your first mistake was going to see Coldplay. Your second mistake was bringing your mistress.
All right. I got to play devil's advocate. Where do you take your mistress?
Not a Coldplay concert.
Not a place with cameras.
Not anymore.
Or cameras.
Probably a Super 8, actually.
I gotta say, this last 7 to 10 minutes has just been nice and entertaining for me. All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for that.